Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, my beautiful hot messes. My name is Mistress Lavender, also known as the Fandom Dictator, and welcome to my reading YouTube channel. If you're looking for my regular content YouTube, it's A Beautiful Hot Mess, AYE Beautiful Hot Mess. But if you're at the right place, let's begin. I'm reading The 48 Laws of Power by Robert Greene. I'm on page 128, starting at was, and let's just get started. Was I reserving things for some other dealer? I'd go on working and sleeping on Rosenberg, would spend his time figuring. In 2 days, he'd come back, nerves jangled, anxious, saying, "After all, dear friend, you wouldn't turn me down if I offered you if I offered you this much," naming a substantially higher figure for those paintings rather than the price I've been accustomed to paying you, would you? Unpredictability is not only a weapon of terror. Scrambling your patterns on a day-to-day basis will cause a stir around you and stimulate interest. People will talk about you. Ascribe motives and explanations that have nothing to do with the truth. I think, using context clues, I think ascribe, ASCRIBE, is like makeup, but like fancier word. Nothing to do with the truth, but they keep you constantly in their minds. In the end, the more capricious, I think that's like, I don't know, capricious you appear, the more respect you will garner. I think gain is garter. Only the terminally subordinate act in a predictable manner. The cyclone, a wind that cannot be foreseen. Sudden shifts in the barometer. Inexplicable changes in direction and velocity. There is no defense. A cyclone sows terror and confusion. Authority, the enlightened ruler is so mysterious that he seems to dwell nowhere. So inexplicable that no one can seek him. He reposes in non-action above, and his ministers tremble below. Hi-Fi Su, Chinese philosopher, 3rd century BC. Reversal. Sometimes predictability can work in your favor. By creating a pattern for people to be familiar and comfortable with, you can lull them to sleep. They have prepared everything according to your preconceived notions about you. You can use this in several ways. First, it sets up a smokescreen, a comfortable front behind which you carry on deceptive actions. Second, it allows you on rare occasions to do something completely against the pattern, unsettling your opponent so deeply that he will fall to the ground without being pushed. In 1974, Muhammad Ali and George Foreman were scheduled to fight for the World Heavyweight Boxing Championship. Everyone knew what would happen. Big George Foreman would try to land a knockout punch while Ali would dance around him, wearing him out. That was Ali's way of fighting, his pattern, and he had not changed it more than 10 years. But in this case, it seemed to give Foreman the advantage. He had a devastating punch, and if he waited, sooner or later, Ali would have to come to him. Ali, the master strategist, had other plans. In press conferences before the big fight, he said he was going to change his style and punch it out with Foreman. No one, least of all Foreman, believed this for a second. That plan would be suicide on Ali's part. He was playing the comedian as usual. Then, before the fight, Ali's trainer loosened the ropes around the string, something a trainer would do if a boxer was intending to slug it out. But no one believed this ploy. It had to be a setup. To everyone's amazement, Ali did exactly what he had said he would do. As Foreman waited for him to dance around, Ali went right up to him and slugged it out. He completely upset his opponent's strategy. At a loss, Foreman ended up wearing himself out, not by chasing Ali, but by throwing punches wildly and taking more and more counter punches. Finally, Ali landed a dramatic right cross that knocked Foreman out. The habit of assuming that a person's behavior will fit its previous patterns is so strong that not even Ali's announcement of a strategy change was enough to upset it. Foreman walked into a trap. The trap he had been told to expect. A warning: unpredictability can work against you sometimes, especially if you are in a subordinate position. There are times when it is better to let people feel comfortable and settled around you than to disturb them. Too much unpredictability will be seen as a sign of indecisiveness, or even of some more serious psyche problems. Patterns are powerful and you can terrify people by disrupting them. Such power should only be used judiciously. think that's the end of, that's the end of chapter 17. We're stopping there at 130 for law 18. Do not build fortresses to protect yourself. Isolation is dangerous. We're stopping there. But again, my name is Mistress Lavender. Thank you so much for joining my reading YouTube channel. Again, we'll be reading the Law 18 tomorrow. If you want to see more daily updates, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and turn your post notifications on, and click the link in my description box to support all my other social medias as well. And yeah, let me know if you're reading this book or if not, and have a great day today. Stay safe, and I'll see you next video.